Pokemon Generation 1 clearly is and always will be the most popular generation. And yes, I know, every single Pokemon YouTuber has made a tier list of Generation 1. But you know what? Today is my turn. Will I have some hot takes? Will I be completely and utterly part of the norm? I guess we'll have to wait and see, but let's not wait any further, let's jump straight in. So here we are then, we are on the tier list, and I've done pretty much just your standard tier list, but instead of doing like S to F, I added a few little words instead. So we've got gorgeous at the top, of course, because that's the one word that I seem to use over and over again. So that's going to be for the absolute tippity top. I'm almost tempted to put a restriction on myself to make it so I can only put like 5 or 6 in there, just so then it stays like the elitist of elite. And then we have love, like, no thanks, and then delete. So delete is going to be also ones that I'm like, absolutely not, get in the bin right now. But let's just get started then. We're starting off with Bulbasaur, and you know what? He's the OG starter. It's hard to get a baseline. Like, I'm not going to say I'm going to start moving things around later on, but then I'm doing this completely blind. I haven't pre-planned this or anything at all. For now, I'm going to put Bulbasaur in like. He's not amazing, so we'll carry on for now. Let's have a little look at Ivysaur then. Do I prefer Ivysaur over Bulbasaur? That is the question. It's like, I prefer his design, but then I feel like I'm going to put them both together because I feel like he's cute, but sorry, I think Bulbasaur is cute, but then I think Ivysaur's design is better. But then we have Venusaur. I think Venusaur's design is actually really cool, but then at the same time, I'm like, is it a love? I will put him in love because I think that the design is actually really cool, like when you think about it, and the evolution line is just really cool. This is going to be awful. Please don't kill me in the comments down below, because this line, which I'm about to go on to, which you can see, I'm not a huge fan of. It's I don't know, it's not that amazing for me. Charmander, I like Charmander, right? I'm not doing them in order, by the way. These are just like, I'll put the gorgeous tier in order, so like the one that's closest to the word gorgeous, that's like my favourite, but then the rest of them are just going to be like in there, whatever. Charmeleon, I don't want to, but I kind of do. Like, I do not like, what's this? He's got a little ponytail coming out of his head. What's going on? I don't know what's going on. I don't like him. I'm sorry. And then the next one, which is going to ruffle a few feathers. I'm sorry. I don't know. He's an orange dragon. I know he's iconic. Don't come at me about that. The design work compared to Venusaur, it's just like nothing. Like literally put a little flame at the end of his tail. Like, I know he's cool, but for me personally, he's an air. Now we're moving on to my favourite starter line of the region. So Squirtle, straight into love, absolutely love Squirtle. Wartortle, straight into love, absolutely love that boy. Oh my gosh, right. And then Blastoise, he's going to be the first gorgeous of the region. I love Blastoise. I got so much nostalgia for him. I loved him when I was growing up, even when I didn't really know what Pokemon was. I always loved Blastoise. He's always been my favourite starter Pokemon from Gen 1. I think I'm going to make it so that it's going to be like, because obviously your Pokemon team is like a team of 6, so I'm going to make it so the gorgeous, I can only have 6. I can remove some if I want to, but I can only have 6 in there. Caterpie, we're moving on to the first non-starter. As we all know, again, if you're new, hello, my name's Elena. I do not like bug types, but there are some that I have, like, again, it's nostalgia, it's Gen 1, so like, sue me, I'm gonna like some of these more than I'm gonna like other bug types, but oh well. So Caterpie is just a caterpillar, so I'm gonna put him in air. Metapod, right, I'm gonna put Metapod in like, not just because of the design, but because of the anime episode where he's battling against, Ash is battling against someone, and they just keep using Harden, is that what it is? Where they're just standing off against each other, and I don't know why. There's so many anime episodes that from Gen 1 that are iconic, but that one just stays in my mind so much. Butterfree, which is again, he's just a butterfly. He's got another really iconic, like, emotional anime episode as well. I'm not an anime girl, by the way. The only animes I've watched for Pokemon is literally Indigo League, so the first one, and the most recent one, Horizon. So that's all I know. But we've got Weedle up next. Weedle is, in my opinion, better than Caterpie, so I'm gonna put him in like it's gonna get so full. Okay, right, Kakuna. You know what? Kakuna can be a no thanks. I do not like Kakuna. He's a cocoon. He's got eyes. Well done. Anyways, Beedrill. I don't really like him that much. I'm going to put him in air. I'll leave him in air for now. Again, it's like the middle of the road, isn't it? So it's all right. Right, we've got Pidgey up next, which is literally... See, the thing is, I love Pidgey, but he is just a bird. Like, there's nothing else about him that adds, like, a bit of flavour. He's just a bird. So I'm gonna have to put him in air again. I'm changing that to mid because I can't be asked to say air every time. It's making me annoyed. So I'm gonna change it to mid. I'm also gonna change bad to no thanks to bad because otherwise people are probably gonna be confused. But I mean, you're already this far into the video, you probably are confused anyways. We've now got Pidgeotto, which I do actually really like the rest of the line as well, to be honest. Obviously, they have a lot of similarities. I'm gonna put Pidgeotto in like, but then Pidgeot, I'm actually gonna put in love also because I don't know. I just think he's really cool. But I don't know, especially his Mega. I love his Mega. I know I'm not counting the Megas, but I do love Megas just as a gimmick. So I have to put him in love. Right, now we move on to two that is going to be very quick. Oh my gosh, we're going to move on to actually doing that. There we go. Four, bang out, just instantly delete. Rattata, you know what, I'll put Rattata in bad, but the others, you can stay in delete. Oh my gosh. Raticate, don't like that guy. Close your mouth. What are you doing? Close your mouth. Spearow, he's a bird, but he's a worse version of Pidgey. Get in delete. Fearow is one of my most hated Pokemon as a whole, as out of all of the 1,025 of them. I do not like Fearow at all. The neck, what are you doing, my guy? Sort it out. Oh my gosh. Ekans, again, I'm going to put him in bad because he's alright, but again, just a snake. Arbok is pretty cool. I'll put Arbok in like because he's not a love. I'm not like that big on him, but I do think he's pretty cool. Just in case there is anyone out there, I'm sure that like 99% of people who are in the Pokemon sphere, world, whatever, are fully aware of this. Ekans is snake backwards and Arbok is obviously... you can figure it out. Okay, and now we're moving on to the poster child of the region, or of Pokemon, not just of the region, Mr. Pikachu himself. And I'm not gonna lie, I've grown to love him. I always used to be one of those people, it's kind of like similar to Charizard, not as bad as Charizard, but I was kind of like, I don't get the hype, I don't really get why everyone loves him. I've grown to love him. Again, I think it's also because how many card arts there are. There's just so many that look so good with him. I am actually going to put him in Gorgeous, and that may change. There may be some that come up later because, like I said, I'm only allowing myself to put 6 in the Gorgeous category. Moving on to Raichu. Base Raichu, I'm not as big on. I think he's pretty cool. I'll put him in like, but he's not that. Alolan Raichu would be probably in Gorgeous, love, but probably in Gorgeous because I love Alolan Raichu. Honestly, such a good Pokemon. Oh, who do we have next? It's my boy. We got Sandshrew up next, which in case you didn't know, again, in case you are new, Lapras is actually, well, I mean, look at my profile picture, my favorite Pokemon, but Sandshrew is like pretty much the same. I needed to pick a Pokemon for my logo, and I was so stuck between doing Lapras and Sandshrew the whole entire time. So, we already know where this boy is going. He's going up to the top. Love my boy. And then Sandslash is also going to be going into Gorgeous. I'm not as big on Sandslash, but obviously it's the evolution. So, he's going to be up there with his little buddies. So, let's move on to the big old section down here. We have Nidoran female up first. I think I'm going to put it in mid. I don't not like it, but I just think I'm going to put it in mid for now. Yeah, it's just alright. Nidorina, I'm actually going to put in bad. I don't like Nidorina. I don't even know why particularly, I just don't. But Nidoqueen, I do actually really like Nidoqueen, so I'll put Nidoqueen in like. And then we have Nidoran male. I'm going to put that again in mid. Do you know what? I'm actually going to put like this. There you go. Yeah, because I don't think I prefer Nidoqueen over Nidoking. It's got too many spikes for me. They've got too many spikes, but then yeah, Nidorino is bad again. I think that's worse than Nidorina. Clefairy up next. Okay, so Clefairy is really cute. It's really cute. So I think I'm going to put Clefairy in like, and then Clefable. I would say Clefable is mid. It literally is just like Clefairy grew up a little bit and got some spikes or got some wings. Then we have Vulpix. Vulpix is going straight to love. I absolutely love Vulpix. Vulpix is so cute. I love it. Alolan Vulpix is better, in my opinion. Ninetales is a like, I would say. I would say Ninetales is definitely a like. It's not a love. It's not quite as good as Vulpix, but it's definitely a like. And then we have Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff up next. I think Jigglypuff is probably on par with Clefairy. It's kind of, again, very similar design, but also it's more iconic and it's a really fun character to play in Smash Bros. So, you know, but then Wigglytuff. I'm not a fan of Wigglytuff, but is it a bad or is it a mid? Nah, it's not worse than Clefable, so I'm going to put it in mid. I'm going to join it in mid. Moving on to another two that I'm going to go straight into delete. I do not like Zubat and Golbat. Crobat is actually alright. Crobat brought it back a bit. You know, he's alright, but these two, close your mouth again. It's all these ones that like close your mouth. Oddish up next. I absolutely love Oddish. Oddish, you know what? For now, buddy, you probably will move, but for now, you can stay in Gorgeous. We've got 5 so far in Gorgeous, so he might get moved down at some point, but for now, I love Oddish so much. He's so cute. Gloom. I think Gloom is actually really, really cool, but he's a bit like funky and he's a bit dribbly. I'm going to put him in like. I think he's alright. Vileplume is a love for me. I actually think Vileplume is really cool and really underrated. Paras up next. I think Paras is bad. I don't like Paras. I'm sorry. I just don't really like Paras. Parasect is a delete. There's more deletes than I thought there would be. I can't lie, guys. But his eyeballs, creepy. His body, creepy. Do we like him? No, so we can get in the bin. Right, now we've got Venonat, which is another one that's kind of mid. You're just kind of mid, and then Venomoth is a bad. I don't like moths. I hate moths in real life, so go away. Diglett, I freaking love Diglett. Diglett and Dugtrio, right. You know what? For now, buddy, you're probably gonna get moved again. We've got our 6. You're probably going to get moved, but for now, buddy, you can be in Gorgeous. You can enter the Gorgeous tier. I love it. And then Dugtrio, you can go into Love. I just think Diglett on his own is cuter. I don't know why. I just think he is. Okay, and then we've got Meowth, another really, really popular one from the region, which I'm not a fan of Meowth. I'm sorry. I can't put him in bad. I'll put him in mid. I can't put him in bad. That seems so wrong. Persian. Some of the card arts of Persian are so cool. So just for that, you know what? They can go together. I'll put them both in mid because like some of the card arts are so cool. But then Persian on his own is just a lion. Psyduck, love Psyduck. Psyduck, you are going into love. You're not quite in Gorgeous tier. Again, he's another iconic one, but for this one, I actually do love him. So he's pretty cool. And then we have Golduck. A Golduck is a mid. Yeah, mid. I would say mid. He's not bad. I sometimes think he's bad, but then when I look at his design a bit more, I'm actually like, yeah, you're alright. A lot of people really want a mega for him or just something because he deserves some sort of love, I guess, sort of thing. And then we have Mankey and Primeape. I think that these, okay, right, Annihilate would be straight into Gorgeous. I love Annihilate. They cooked with that one. That is such a good one. Mankey's mid, I would say, but Primeape is a like, maybe even a love. I'm going to put him in like, but he is really, really good. So there is temptation there. Oh, okay, right, here's something that's going to get dropped down right now. So, Growlithe is going straight into love. I love Growlithe. He's so cute. But Arcanine is got to be in Gorgeous. So, I think it's time to say goodbye to Oddish. I'm very sorry, Oddish. You can go into love, but Diglett is just a little bit better. Also, I completely abandoned the, like, me ordering this top one. So, it's just going to not be ordered from now on. But Arcanine, absolutely love Arcanine. So, that's obviously going to be a Gorgeous tier for me. Poliwag, I love Poliwag. Poliwag is a definite love. I think he's so cute. Look at his little face. He's just cute. He's just so cute. And then we have Poliwhirl. He's a like. And then Poliwrath, he just gets bigger and stronger. So I'm gonna put him in mid actually, because it just gets. I know some of my like decisions don't make any sense because I'm just like, oh, Dugtrio I love, but then like because he just gets bigger and stronger, he's in mid. Like, okay, it's subjective. Go away. Then we have Abra. I do love this line as well. Abra for me is going to be Abra himself is going to be a love. And then Kadabra, I'm not a huge Kadabra fan actually. I'm going to put Kadabra. I'm going to put him mid actually. I'm not even really a like. I just kind of, yeah. But then Alakazam is another one, right? Sorry, Diglett, you've had your time to shine. Alakazam is most definitely up there. I absolutely love Alakazam. He is one of my favourite of the region. I absolutely love Alakazam. Such a good one. Machamp, which I'm not really a fan of, if I'm being completely honest. So I'm going to put Machamp in... I'm going to put Machamp in mid. Machoke, I'm going to put in bad. I don't like Machoke. I don't know why. I just never like Machoke. But Machamp, actually, I do actually really like Machamp. So I'll put Machamp in like. Not love. He's not quite love. Calm down. But he is in like, I would say. Right, we have the Bellsprout line up next. I'm not really a huge fan, again, on this line, to be fair. Some of them are actually, yeah, bad. You know what? Bellsprout themselves, I like. Probably partially because I used to love Plants vs Zombies when I was growing up, and it's kind of pretty much exactly that. Weeping Bell. I'm tempted to do this. I do not like these. You know what? Victory Bell can be in bad. Weeping Bell, again, it's the mouths. What is it with me in the mouths? Oh my god, okay, right. Everything needs to just close its mouth because clearly I do not like that. So that's going to be in delete. Victory Bell's going to be in bad. I'm not a huge fan of Victory Bell, but it's better. Like, I like the leaf kind of like covering up the mouth a little bit. Tentacool, he's mid, I would say. I don't really like him. Tentacruel, he's got too many bits. It's got too many danglies. I don't like it. I don't like it. Geodude, I really like Geodude. Geodude can stay in like. I think he's pretty cool. Then we have Graveler. I think Graveler's mid. I don't really know. I feel like he's kind of a bit funky, but he's alright. And then Golem, again, you can join him in mid. He's not that great. Whatever you want to call it, probably not the biology because he's a rock. The geology of him. Where is his head coming from? Like, it's a solid rock ball thing, but then he's just got a head popping out of him. So, you know, don't really like it. But anyways, we'll move on to Ponyta up next, which I think Ponyta's like mid. I think I've seen too many of them on Pokemon Go for me to appreciate them anymore. It's just they're everywhere. Rapidash, on the other hand, it's either a love or a like, not just because of that, but it is. And you know what? I'm actually gonna put it in love because, again, it's one of those ones that's really, really cool. It is really, really cool. Like the flames and seeing it like moving and different things as well. It's just a really cool Pokemon. Slowpoke is a like. He's a cool guy, and I think I'll put them together. Slowpoke and Slowbro. They're just derpy little guys, aren't they? They're just derpy little guys, but we love them. We love them. We do. Magnemite up next. He is okay. I would say, yeah, okay. So I'll put him in mid, and then Magneton I'll probably put in like. I think I prefer Magneton over Magnemite. I know it's the same thing, but I don't know. I think it looks cooler having it all like separated like that. Farfetch'd is a love for me. I don't even know why. He's just a little guy holding a leek, but I love Farfetch'd. He's such a cool little guy. Some more down here that are going to be some bad ones. We've got Doduo. You know what, Doduo, you can be in mid. Doduo's not too bad, but Dodrio is a delete. Okay, I've just realised it's too similar to Fearow. It is a delete. I do not like this Pokemon. Right, Seal and Dugong are arguably the laziest designs in Gen 1. They are literally just a seal and a dugong, but you spelt it differently. I'll put seal in mid because he's cute. Dugong is just there, so I'll put him in bad, but he's not delete, he's not that bad. Grimer again is mid. Muck, I would say again is mid. Alola Muck is sick. Alola Muck is really, really sick. Shelder is again, no, Shelder's a mid, I would say, but then Cloyster is really cool. He's a like, I would say he's a like, because he's got just, I don't know, he's really underrated. I think and some of the card arts for him as well, the vintage Cloyster cards are so, so good. And then we have a line that is going to be very, very high up on the list. So we have Ghastly up first. Ghastly is going straight into love. Absolutely love Ghastly. Haunter, arguably, is actually my favourite of the line. So I'm tempted to put Gorgeous for Haunter, and then I'll move, and then Gengar kind of is as well, but for now, right, Gengar for now, you can be in love. But Haunter, I think, is actually my favourite of the line, so that means one has to leave Gorgeous. I'm sorry, Mr. Pikachu, but I think it is your time to move down so Haunter can have his rightful place up in Gorgeous tier. But honestly, I would probably put all three of them in Gorgeous if I wasn't doing this restriction, but I want to try and keep it to that, to keeping just the top 6 in that Gorgeous tier as like my team sort of thing. Onyx up next. I do really like him, so I'm actually going to put him in love as well because I think he's a really, really cool guy. Drowzee up next. I think Drowzee's pretty cool. I think Drowzee is probably, Drowzee's a like, I would say. Hypno is, I feel like Hypno gets so much more hate than is needed. But I'm gonna put him in mid. He's not, I feel like I prefer Drowzee, so I'll have to separate them a little bit, but I'll still put him in mid. He's alright. Krabby, by the same philosophy as what's next to him, he's just a crab. Kingler, I do not like you, so we're going to put you in bad as well. Voltorb up next. I think Voltorb is alright. He's mid. He's mid. And actually, no. You know what? Voltorb is going to be bad. Electrode is going to be in mid because I think Electrode is way better. Hisuian Voltorb, that would be in like maybe even love. I think Hisuian Voltorb is so cool, but base Voltorb is bad. I don't know. It's just a bit boring, to be honest, in my opinion. Again, it's subjective. If you feel another way, comment down below. Okay, so now we have Execute, which is going to go probably in mid, I would say, but Executor, I would put Executor in like. I think he's a cool guy. I prefer him over Alolan. I think Alolan is too, again, apparently I don't like the long, thin thing. I prefer base version, which I think a lot of people actually prefer the Alolan version, but I prefer base version of Executor. Cubone, oh no, we might have to move something else, guys. I feel like I want to put Cubone in Gorgeous. Oh no, but then, and then Marowak, I would put Marowak in, I'll put, you know what, base Marowak would be like, but Alolan Marowak, oh, so good, so good. So that would probably maybe even be Gorgeous, but that does mean something has to move. And you know what? I'm going to put Sandslash down into love because my love is for Sandshrew, not Sandslash for now, but we do still love Sandslash, but Sandshrew is the main one that I do actually absolutely love. Got Hitmonlee up next. I think both of these together, I'll probably, you know what, Hitmonlee can be mid and Hitmonchan can be like, I would say. I think most people actually prefer it the other way around, but that's just my opinion. Lickitung, bad. I don't like you. Again, shove your tongue back in your gob, mate. Don't like you. Sorry, buddy. Then we have Coughing up next. Coughing is kind of, Coughing's a like, I would say. I think Coughing's pretty good, but Wheezing, I do not like Wheezing. Like, yeah, Wheezing can be bad, actually. I was going to put it in mid, but no, actually, I don't like Wheezing. Sorry. Rhydon, I do really like this line, actually. So Rhydon is going to be a like, and then, Rhyhorn, sorry. And then Rhydon is going to be a love. I absolutely love Rhydon. And then Rhyperior would be Gorgeous. I love Rhyperior. Chansey up next. I love Chansey. Chansey's so cute. She's going to be in love as well. I do absolutely love Chansey. It's just, she's cute. She's better than Jigglypuff and Clefairy, in my opinion. Tangela. I've actually really grown to love Tangela, but are you a love or no, I'm going to put you in like. That's too much. I'm going to put you in like. I've grown to, I thought it was bad at the start. Tangrowth, bad. Tangela, great. I think Tangela is actually really great, so I'll leave it there. Kangaskhan is another one that I've actually grown to love a lot more over time. I think it might actually be a love. I never used to like Kangaskhan, but I think that is actually a love now, especially, and everyone hates on the Mega. I think it's sick. The fact that it just gets his little baby just like coming out. I think it's sick. Horsey, love Horsey. Horsey is going to be a love as well. Clearly I like the second half a lot more. I don't know. Or maybe I'm just being quicker and being less harsh. Seadra up next. Then Seadra is, I would say, a mid. Kingdra, that would be maybe even Gorgeous, or even, it would definitely be love, maybe Gorgeous. These two, delete. Sorry, you are just fish. I do not like you. Sea King, bad. Goldeen, you're slightly better, but still, you can be deleted and I would not care. Staryu, these two again, they get a lot of love, but I'm not really, you know what? I'm tempted to go like this. Ah, that feels so mean and so wrong, but Starmie's better. I'll put Starmie in like. Starmie's in like, and then Staryu can go in mid. He's not bad, is he? He's just kind of a bit like, yay. Mr. Mime, you know what? He's bad, but he's not delete. If we deleted him, I think everyone will be very sad. So we're gonna put Mr. Mime in bad. One of the only bugs that I actually genuinely like. We've got Scyther. Scyther's going straight into love. Scizor would be a Gorgeous, honestly, but Scyther is in love. I absolutely love that. Again, Jinx is gonna go with in bad again because I can't put myself to delete them because they're just too iconic. They're too funny. Electabuzz is alright, mid. Actually, no. Electabuzz is like. I think Electabuzz is like. Electivire, don't like you. They should have left that as it, and Magmortar as well. Don't like you. They should have left it as it is. I don't really like Magmar. I'm going to put Magmar in bad, actually. I don't even like Magmar. I've grown to change my opinion on Pinsir a bit more. I think he's mid. I wouldn't say I like him. I think he's mid, but he's alright. Tauros, I'm really indifferent about, so I'd probably put him in mid as well. Paldean Tauros, beautiful. Such a good Pokemon, honestly. Magikarp up next. Right, Magikarp is going into love. We love Magikarp. And you know what, Gyarados, you can join. Gyarados is another one that I think, these two, they're just too iconic to not love. Let's be honest, they're just too iconic to not love. Do we see what is up next, ladies and gentlemen? We have got the best Pokemon joining us at the gorgeous tier, which means we do have to get rid of one of these ones up here. And I think it's going to be Cubone, because I love Cubone and all, but not as much as the rest of them, I think. But, oh, look at that squad up there. Oh my gosh. Ditto, I would say, is probably a love. I think Ditto's just cute, isn't he? This is woof. This is important, guys. Okay, right. Eevee, base Eevee on their own. I would say Eevee is a like, just as themselves alike. Vaporeon, for the longest time, was my favorite evolution. So I would be tempted to put him in but I want to put him in gorgeous, but I don't know. You know what? No, I'm gonna be harsh. I'm gonna put him in love. Because I prefer the ones that are in gorgeous right now. So he was forever my favorite evolution until I realized that there was more beyond the first three. So just know that. Love Vaporeon very, very much. Jolteon is a like, I would say. And then Flareon is a mid. I'm sorry, but it's just Eevee, but you painted it orange. Sorry. Porygon is a mid, I would say. Omanyte is a mid as well, I would say, maybe. And then Omastar, get into bad, don't like you. Kabuto, I would say, is probably a mid as well. I think he's kind of cute. Kabutops. Actually, I've grown to like Kabutops a bit more, so I'm actually going to put him in like, because I think he's alright. Aerodactyl, another one that I've grown to like a bit more, so I'll put him in like. And then we oh no! But I want to put Snorlax in here! Oh no! You know what, I'm going to leave it there for now and I'll come back to him at the end because I want to go through the rest of these. Right, we've now got the legendary birds of the region. Articuno is going to be a love for sure. And then Zapdos would probably be in gorgeous as well, but I don't think I prefer him over the other ones. And then base Moltres, I'm going to put base Moltres in like. Galarian Moltres is one of my favourite Pokemon, so that would be definitely in gorgeous tier. Dratini! No! Oh my gosh, right, I'm going to put them there as well. I'll move them in a minute, but Dratini will be a love. Dragonair is going to be a love for sure. I absolutely love Dragonair as well. Such a good, sleek design. And then Dragonite, I would put Dragonite in like. I think it's actually like probably the most unpopular opinion to put it in that order, but I don't know, I just think that he's not as great. So I think Mewtwo is probably a like for me. And then you know what, I'm actually going to put them together. They're both, I would say they're both likes. Again, some of the artworks on the cards may put that in a different spot, but for now, just based on the Pokemon, I'll put them both in like. Okay, so I have to nail this down to 6, and I think Dratini has to go in love. I think Snorlax is going to have to go down as well. That is so hard to do that, though. That is so hard. I don't even know, because it's Arcanine. Is Arcanine more important than Snorlax to me? I don't even know. I think I'm going to leave it as that. I think I'm going to stop thinking about it. I'm just going to leave it as that. So there we are. That is the end of my tier list. And if you want to make your own, then I'll leave a link as well to this. So then you can show me yours. I would love to see what everyone else's as well, because I find it so fun to see. My gorgeous tier is Lapras, Sandshrew, Blastoise, Arcanine, Alakazam, and Haunter. Let me know down in the comments below if you had to make your top 6, so your team of 6 in Generation 1. Let me know in the comments down below. I'd absolutely love to hear it because it's so fun to see. I hope you guys did enjoy. Hopefully this isn't too long. I have no idea how much I waffled and how much I can cut out, but I'm hoping that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to, as always, like, subscribe, share around, all that good stuff. It was so much fun to do this. If you want me to do more tier lists, I'd absolutely love to, because I think it's so fun to just have a little talk and have a little look through. As always, thank you so much to my greatest Slab team members of my YouTube channel, of course being PokeSwampert, TechFunk Ash, and Willow Collects TCG. Thank you so much for your support on my channel, and if you fancy signing up, then take a look down below, as there are so many perks that you can be joining at and having a beautiful time joining our Discord as well. But for now, I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!